Hi, I'm Dr. Raphael Kellman. Some of you may know that I've written a bunch of books on the microbiome. And if you don't know now and go buy the book. You don't need the extent of the diet that I talk about, but you need to know the concept of the microbiome and how it could help you heal your health issue, how it could take you from a state of dysfunction, of all kinds of symptoms that you're just not getting better from, and to take diseases and help you restore the health that you once had. The microbiome is the system that could do that. It's an ecology of microbes that trillions, and they're in us to heal us. The microbiome is called our greatest ally. It's called the second brain. I wrote a book called The Whole Brain, meaning the brain is not just here from the neck up. The brain is here. The microbiome produces 90% of serotonin in the body. It's not just in the brain. You know, many of the SSRIs, the medications for depression, work with serotonin. This is the power of the microbiome. The heart pumps blood. The kidneys filter blood. The microbiome does one thing: heal you. That's it. That's what it does. It knows every mechanism, every biochemical, physiological process in us. It could do anything. It's a supercomputer. It's doing countless things simultaneously. It's communicating to the brain, telling the brain what to do. It tells the brain, oh, it's an alarm system. There's not eating a lot of stress, inflammation. It goes messages to the brain. It's a communication system. The microbiome is the system to go to help you overcome your health issue. Let's say you have an autoimmune disease. Let's say Hashimoto's, right? The best way to help you get better from Hashimoto's, low thyroid with inflammation here, it's not just to give you thyroid medicine. It's still not treating the inflammation. You know, doctors will give you, here's a thyroid medicine if your thyroid is low, but they're not treating the inflammation. So you still are not feeling great, and inflammation could cause disease. So you have to know also how to improve the inflammation. The microbiome knows how to do that, knows how to do it better than Pfizer. It knows, that's what it knows. That's its intelligence. It's a supercomputer. It knows all we need to do is get the microbiome healthy. That's it. And then I always say, we heal the microbiome, it will take care of us. It knows about how to heal. It knows every biochemical process. It commands cells how to function. It improves physiological processes. It improves organ function, how cells communicate. It even changes the way the genes are expressed. It could take the biochemical processes associated with disease, turn it around 180 degrees. That's its power. What we need to do, improve the microbiome. It knows all the alleys, the valleys to healing. Let's rely on them. And you could do it. You have an autoimmune disease? We could do it. There's a special approach for harnessing your microbiome. You'll start to feel better, the inflammation will be gone, and your antibodies will be gone. Most important, you're going to feel well. Again, Hashimoto's, this is how you could get better in the deepest way. Heal the microbiome. The microbiome, these trillions of bacteria, our greatest ally, knows how to do it. If it's healthy, look at it as like a rainforest. If it's lush, there's no brown, there's no tan, nothing's withering. It's dense. That's the microbiome. You think of flourishing green and different shades of green. That's the goal for the microbiome. And believe me, in our day and age, there's a lot of gray and brown. But with microbiome medicine, we could make it as green as the Amazon. But there's steps to do that. So let me explain. You have Hashimoto's, right? You have symptoms. You're on thyroid medicine maybe, but you still don't feel good. You're tired. You're still losing hair. Your mood is not great. Brain's not functioning great. You have brain fog. I mean, they put you on thyroid medicine. You still have brain fog. Name recall. You can't remember somebody's name that you just met maybe 30 seconds ago. You can't remember your best friend's name. You know what I'm talking about. and then you're on thyroid medicine. Doesn't make sense. It does make sense because you still have inflammation. So this is how you harness the microbiome. The microbiome are the bacteria. They're all different strains, all different species, right? Bifidobacteria, lactobacillus, you have lactobacillus rhamnosus and lactobacillus plantarum and bifidobacterium. It goes on and on. They're all different. And for different diseases, you have to use different probiotics. They're not all the same. They could be radically different. You have Hashimoto's. You know which ones are best from experience, the little information that's out there. You put all this data together, you think about, well, this person has this type of inflammation. And when we know what Hashimoto's, the type of inflammation, so you want to use the right prebiotics. What's prebiotics? Fibers found in foods, right? Vegetables. There's also in fruits, polyphenols, all kinds of fibers from plants, from vegetables, right? But they're different, and not all the vegetables have the right types of fibers. You want to know which ones. That's a microbiome renewal protocol that I developed, MRP, microbiome renewal protocol. It tells you which vegetables are best for the types of fibers that it contains to improve the microbiome. And also you use it as a supplement, different prebiotics, all different types of fibers. But now you say, well, we need the microbiome to produce certain compounds that reduces your inflammation, that reverses all the biochemical processes associated with Hashimoto's, turns it 180 degrees back in the right direction. So therefore, you want to know what are those products that the microbiome produces that will help you get better. You need to know that information and also experience to know what the bacteria are that produce this and what it likes, what kind of fibers and then you change it, you prune the microbiome a little bit, so now you're getting selective increase in production of compounds, the very ones that you need for your Hashimoto's. It's an algorithm. Now I'm giving you these types of prebiotics, not those types, not random, and then it gets your bacteria to produce the compounds you need to get your inflammation better. Those weight loss medications, guess who makes them? The microbiome. It's considered a postbiotic. The Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro, the body the real name is GLP-1, GLP-2. They're a form of it, a pharmaceutical version. Guess who produces it? Our microbiome. I help people produce their own Wegovy, their own Mounjaro. You could become the natural Pfizer. You could do that.